Yo, yo, what's up? What's up? It's the one and only Hip Hop Gamer, Hot 97, Logitech G is going down. So, look, man, right off the bat, it just has to be said. We got to talk about it, all right? Because this is a very rare, situation. But we got to talk about it. So, I want everybody's input. We about to go in. Now, before we start talking about how Microsoft's Forza franchise beat Sony's Gran Turismo, in my opinion, it's amazing, you know what I'm saying? So I really feel, yo, Kurt, what up, Kurt? What's poppin', man? Real talk. How you feeling? And I know you want NFL 2K to come back. I know this. We're going to talk about that, at some point, all right? We're going to talk about that. But for now, I really want to get into this whole Forza and Gran Turismo situation, all right? So let me know if y'all hear me clear, if everything sound good, look good, because we about to get into it. You know what I'm saying? Nunya, what up, Nunya? So pretty much the title of this joint is Gran Turismo has fallen to the Forza franchise. Now let me know what y'all think. But this is Game Talk Q&A episode 1. Let's get it in. The one and only Hip Hop Gamer. We broadcasting to Mixer, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, everything Hip Hop Gamer. Share, subscribe, all of that. You know how it goes down. All right. Now let's get it. Everything Nintendo. What up? YH Nick. What up? What up? Gran Turismo still the best? Okay. Why do you say that? GT all day long. GT Sport is the best online races on the market right now. Okay, Nunya, I feel that. Now, I got some. So we about to start the Q&A. Hell no, you done lost your mind. Wow, there's a lot of people that's disagreeing with me. This is a good conversation. Yo, Caution, my dude Caution in the building. What up? So look, let's get right into it. Thanks for everybody showing up. Now let's talk about this. The first thing is this. At what moment did Forza officially surpass Gran Turismo? This is how I feel about it. And I want to get y'all feedback on the questions. We got 10 questions. We're going to go through them. So as you're reading the questions, think about the answers that you probably have. Because I'm going to ask y'all as well as I'm going to answer them myself. Y'all ready? Let's get it popping. Also, let me know if you like this format. Because it's something that I think is dope. And it also brings us closer together as gamers. Just talking what we talk. You know what I'm saying? Getting it on. Now, let's go. At what moment did Forza officially surpass Gran Turismo? Real talk. I feel like when Forza Horizon, I would probably say around Forza Horizon 2, there's been a big shift in terms of just the power and the dominance in franchises. Now, the reason why I say that is because Gran Turismo has been the same for a long time. And although it's been getting, a lot better graphically, Gran Turismo, they always had that graphical edge and it's the real driving simulator. But over time, I felt like it was a lot of copy and paste work, a lot of rinse and repeat work with Gran Turismo. And they was betting more so on their brand name as opposed to truly changing and increasing their development skill when it came to just the core driving skills of the game and the driving mechanics of the game. Think about it. Gran Turismo Sport just came out and we still don't even have like great weather conditions and just certain things that other games got that blow Gran Turismo out the water. It's ridiculous. There's a lot of things that Gran Turismo should have now that they still don't got. But if you look at Forza, a direct comparison between Gran Turismo and Forza is Forza Motorsport. That's the better comparison. But the fact that Forza as a franchise, they managed to do two main things. Forza managed to build a better community. You know what I'm saying? Like Forza as a franchise reminds me of how the Xbox 360 was as an entire console. They built this incredible community. They added all of this customization so you could really feel like you could make the game yours. You understand what I'm saying? Even from an online standpoint, the way they added the online and the modes and just meeting people like it's Destiny or something. Like, they did a lot of things to change Forza over time so it didn't feel like it was the same game you was buying every year. And then when they added Forza Horizon, which is the open world Forza, franchise, they just took it to a whole nother level. And just by looking at this video and the new stuff that they're doing with the Forza franchise overall, Gran Turismo missed out on great opportunities, and now Forza actually have more players than Gran Turismo. Like worldwide, Forza has a bigger install base of players than Gran Turismo, and Forza actually sells more than Gran Turismo. There's a reason for that. That's crazy. So the moment I feel Forza officially surpassed Gran Turismo was during the Forza Horizon 2 game. I wouldn't say game launch, but throughout the process of Forza Horizon 2, that's when I feel like that's when the shift happened, or at least started to happen. What do y'all think? What are your thoughts on that? At what moment did y'all feel Forza surpassed Gran Turismo, or do you feel it surpassed it at all? Talk to me. All right, so Everything Nintendo, Forza Horizon way better than Gran Turismo. Thank you, Everything Nintendo. Yo, shout out to Cooper. Cooper just joined in. What up? What up, Cooper? Also, anybody that's new to my streams, please let me know where you from so I can shout out your city and show you some love. And just keep in mind, if you on a HipHopGamer stream, it's nothing but love. It's family right here. Let's get it. It's family. All right, FANMILY. All right, family. Gotcha. So let's get it. Man, I feel you, but Forza is just made of me. I've never played Forza Horizon, and I don't want to. So, Nunya, your opinion holds no weight in this conversation. You never even played a Forza. You can't talk about it. So, your opinion holds no weight. Nah. Nope. GT don't sell more than Forza anymore now, man. Nope. Forza been outselling Gran Turismo. Look it up. Martino, my dude Martino, what up? What you think about Project Cars? I think Project Cars is a dope game in terms of the attention to detail. The attention to detail on Project Cars is ridiculous, but I feel that Project Cars isn't a fun game to play. It's a dope game, great attention to detail, looks great, but I don't think it's fun to play. GT Sport is more of a sim. Gran Turismo franchise sales surpassed 80 million. Forza is nowhere near that. Nah, I'm not talking about. If you're talking about, I think overall franchise sales, you gotta think about it. Gran Turismo been out since PlayStation 1. Like, you know what I mean? Gran Turismo been around before Xbox was even thought of. So if you're talking about in total sales, I think Gran Turismo's still ahead. But if you want to talk about like, you know, Forza Horizon, Forza Motorsport versus Gran Turismo, like in terms of individual like games in recent years, Forza not only has sold more, but they actually have more players. They have a bigger install base of usership. That's facts, man. Jub in the building. What up, Jub? What's popping? You played 3. Wait, you played 3 and 4. 3 and 4 what? Forza Motorsport? Because I'm talking about Forza Motorsport, and Forza Horizon. I'm talking about as a collective, as a franchise. Living Legend in the building. What's up? Yes, Forza is killing the racing game. That's what I'm talking about. Irvin, what up? GT is not the same. Thank you, Living Legend. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? You said how many real race car drivers has Forza produced? I don't think any. I know Gran Turismo, I believe, did once or twice. But I'm not talking about who produced like a real driver. I'm talking about who plays the game more. Like they have more players and they doing more things, and they took Forza as a Forza Motorsport and expanded it. And as Forza Horizon, they release it every year like it's a Call of Duty title, and they successful. That's incredible right there for a racing game, and they done it. And just looking at this video, there's a lot. It's crazy. Look at it. And even from a graphical standpoint, Forza looks better graphically now than Gran Turismo now. You understand what I'm saying? On the Xbox One X and on PC, forget about it. It's really no. Gran Turismo still look amazing, but yo, you just gotta keep it real, man. Look at that. Like Gran Turismo ain't nothing like this, bro. This is just facts, man. Real talk. So let's move on to the next question. Now, before I move on to the next question, just real quick. Do y'all like this? Like, is this a nice setup? Is this, you know, valuable to y'all as the end user watching? You know what I'm saying? Because I want to make sure this is exciting, it's engaging. I want to make sure y'all enjoy yourselves and can also be heard and be shouted out. So let me know if this is a good format, all right? Now, Next question. What can Gran Turismo do differently to take back the crown? Now, in my opinion, I feel that in order for Gran Turismo to take back the crown, they have to make their game more fun. And when I mean more fun, like they need more modes. Like they need more things you can do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it'd be dope if Gran Turismo added bikes. You know what I mean? Like, have different modes, like where for example, it'd be dope if Gran Turismo had a mode, or even if they created another game, like, a whole nother like a spin-off of the franchise, which was like a arcade version of Gran Turismo, where you could just have a bit more fun with it. You understand what I'm saying? I think if they did things like that and did more things in the community more, I think that'd be incredible. Now, don't get me wrong. They do got the GT Championship that they do with the community in terms of esports and tournaments like that. But I'm talking about for the average everyday person that just want to pick up and play a racing game. You know what I mean? I think they need to focus on that group of people as well. I think they need to add more customization to give people more control over what they want to do. I think that it should be a bit less complex and more simpler, or have an option to make it more simpler for the average person that may not really know how to work with cars and set certain things up, to make it easy for everybody to get involved, instead of making it too real to the point where it alienates certain people. So I feel like if they did some things like that and got more involved in the culture of cars, period, then they could do some more damage. That's my take on it. What are your thoughts? Yo, shout out to Lee. Nunya, you said GTS Stomp, Forza, and Digital Foundry. Okay, first off, what do you mean, Nunya, in terms of Gran Turismo Sport, Stomping, Forza, and Digital Foundry? Because I played Gran Turismo Sport plenty of times, and I actually have Forza Horizon 3 and Motorsport, on PC and stuff like that. And although graphically it's very, very close, Forza does Forza Motorsport, 4 edges out Gran Turismo in the graphics department. So I know Digital Foundry is all about graphics. So like I said, I have a Sony X900E 75-inch TV. My settings and everything is fire. Like nobody's games look like how my joint be looking. You know what I'm saying? My TV is crazy. Period. Can't tell me nothing when it comes to that, big dog. Damn hell game, I'm feeling new design. A word, no doubt, Double L, I appreciate that. They did a full graphical comparison. Forza doesn't even do the car interiors right, or car parts. That's a lie, bro. That's a lie. I'm telling you right now, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, you bugging. Like, do not let the Gran Turismo brand name fool you into thinking that everything is just right. Like, nah. Like, I understand Gran Turismo got incredible detail. I will say, in terms of attention to detail, Gran Turismo is still king when it comes to that. But to say Forza is inaccurate with certain things, nah. Forza is incredible too. So, but anyway, let's move on to question number 3. 3, is it fair to mention Forza Horizon and Gran Turismo in the same sentence, considering Forza Motorsport is more of a direct competitor to Gran Turismo? Now, based off my article, like the way I'm doing this, yes, it's fair to mention, because I'm talking about franchises as a whole. I'm talking about Forza as a franchise and what they've done. I'm not talking about just one game. I'm talking about as a franchise overall. The brand Gran Turismo and the brand Forza. Over the years, Forza did things that Gran Turismo, I feel, should have been tackled and accomplished. And they didn't. And Forza did. And they reaping the benefits and the rewards from it. And that right there is big. Think about it like this. Gran Turismo, the best-selling Gran Turismo ever is not the recent one. I think Gran Turismo 3 or 4 was the best-selling one. Actually, I could be wrong. It could be Gran Turismo 2. But my thing is, it's been on a downhill. It's been on like a downfall over the years. Like, and the reason why is because, you got games like Forza Horizon and Forza Motorsport, but also you got the project cars. You know what I'm saying? You got a set of Corsa, and you got the crew now. So there's other options besides Gran Turismo as well, and a lot of people are discovering those other options. So Gran Turismo don't hold the same weight like it used to. Just like with Halo, just like with Gears. Those games is great, but they're not as strong as what they used to be. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like Gran Turismo need to reinvent themselves in order to properly compete and move along with the innovation of technology that we got. Facts, man. Because right now, Forza is doing that. You know what I mean? As a franchise, Forza is capitalizing on everything that they could offer to their audience. So let's go to Living Legend. Forza makes 2 different races. It's hard for any oh dag, my bad, it's Skip. Exactly. GT's handling is wait, whoa, stop with that. Gran Turismo's handling, no. If you want to talk about a game that has incredible handling, the 2 best games on the market right now that are driving games that has the best handling is The Crew 2 and Drive Club. Those games have the best handling, period, like, for real. Other games is good too, but those 2 are the elite, in my opinion. Yo, Grim, what's up, Grim87? What up? Once again, everybody, we're broadcasting to YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Mixer. Everything is HipHopGamer. Please share, follow, subscribe. Tell your mom, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell everybody. Let's get it popping. We're having a good discussion on this joint, son. You already know what it is. Nunya, I appreciate a lot of the energy, man. Love your energy, man. Red Infamy, I love you, baby. GT shouldn't reinvent. They should just make a subsidiary to their franchise. Interesting. I like that. What do y'all think about that, what Red Infamy just said in the chat? I think that's dope. Midnight Club. Yeah, that's my game. Love that game. Man, real life racers say GT is the best. Nunya. Well, shoot. If you want to utilize that, I'm pretty sure James Harden feel NBA Live is the best because he's on the front cover of that game. Is that true? Hell no. You know 2K is the truth, so I ain't trying to hear that. Yo, Ray, what's up, Ray? What's popping? You are mentioning arcade games for handling. There's no comparison to a simulation. Yeah, well, see, that's what I'm saying. It's like Midnight Club. That's a you know, like an arcade racing game. You can't really compare that. God of Games, what's going on? God of Games. Real talk. Oh, yeah, and Graham agrees with Red, no doubt. All right, cool. So now let's move on to the 4th question. 4th question is this: what makes you like Forza better than Gran Turismo? Now, to me, I'm gonna just tell you straight up. The core reason why I like Forza better than Gran Turismo, because over the years, Forza became more fun to play as a racer. As a core racer, Forza became more fun to play. And when they added Forza Horizon, it was even more fun to play because of the openness and stuff like that. Now, there's still things Forza got to work out on too, because Forza could get real stupid at times. I don't even understand how to follow it. Like, the way they do they breakdown of their, you know, modes or so-called story that you're trying to follow. I think they do a poor job with that. But in terms of the fun factor, I feel like at the end of the day, that's what's the most important. If I'm playing a game and I'm not having fun with the game, nothing else matters. Like the graphics, gameplay, all that, nothing else matters if I can't have fun playing the game. Period. And I feel over the years, it got more fun to play Forza than it's fun to play Gran Turismo. You understand what I'm saying? Like Gran Turismo over the years became the same thing that just looked better over time. That's it. More attention to detail, more of the same. But nothing new to add to all the you know, tech that they have that they can show us something different. Nah, B. Nah, man. Like I said before, I think they should do different modes and explore new ways to enjoy the game. Gran Turismo haven't done that. It's the same thing over and over again. Let's go around this lap. Let's go do this level. Go to the next one. Let me get my license. Like, it's the same thing. You understand what I'm saying? We need different. We need better. Yo, Watchdog 1271, what up? You know what I'm saying? What's popping? Do I know what hoonigan is? I don't know. You gotta type that again. Yeah, so that's what I feel makes Forza better than Gran Turismo. Fun factor. The fun factor is one major thing. The second thing is customization. The customization in Forza Come on, man. You could ride around with a gears truck. Like, you could do, yo, come on, B. Come on, man. Like, there's so much stuff you could do on Forza. It's ridiculous. And the next thing is they added on to the Forza franchise by bringing Horizon into the fold. Now we got an open world racer that's fun and looks amazing. And that exploration, that's such a cool factor right there. And that's why I feel that's what makes me like Forza better than Gran Turismo. 5. What did Forza learn from Gran Turismo to beat them? Here's what I feel. This is, I think, the most important question. So, I feel what Forza learned from Gran Turismo was that you have to build, because this is what Gran Turismo did initially. Gran Turismo initially built a community, you know what I'm saying, around being the authentic racer in the entire industry. So I feel that Forza took that same mentality and put it in the Forza Motorsport, but in the process of doing it, they gave you, they capitalized on that by giving you Horizon and customization to expand the community that they built from being a real driving simulator as well. So they pretty much took exactly what Gran Turismo did and branded it in a way where it was for everybody, not just only for the real hardcore drivers. They took something that was very niche and dominant in terms of professionals and opened it up to casuals. And I think they made casual gamers appreciate real driving simulation better. And I think that's what they took from Gran Turismo. They took the authenticity of Gran Turismo and they capitalized on it by making it open to everyone else, making it easily accessible to everybody else. You understand what I'm saying? So, for example, I'm not a big car person. Like, I don't, like, I could change a tire. That's about it. Other than that, I don't know nothing about cars. To be honest with you, I'm not a car head. You understand? But Forza makes it easy for you to understand cars in a simpler format. The crew is doing that as well. So because of that, it makes me want to learn more. It makes me want to play the game more. It makes me want to do more within the franchise. Simply because they made it easy for somebody like me to understand and appreciate the car. Whereas Gran Turismo, they don't do that. It's like I'm trying to read Chinese. I don't know. It's just what it is. So let's talk to everybody. Red Infamy, that skipped. My bad. Living Legend, not even talked about anymore. Forza has been the same since the 360 days. Nope. Forza has changed a lot, man. And one of the things that made them change a lot was the gameplay in terms of the handling, the new modes that they added to expand the fun factor and the enjoyment of the game, the customization, and the better online functionality. So they've been adding a lot. Living Legend, I see people playing Forza like crazy. Yup. Red Infamy, can't compare the two. Are you talking about Forza Horizon and Gran Turismo? Because like I said, this is about the franchise as a whole. I'm not really doing a direct compare.
You can't compare the crew and talk about Gran Turismo in the same sentence.
No, I'm talking. No, the reason why I mentioned the crew was that was mainly based on a fun factor. That's what I'm saying. Just having fun with the game.
You still can't put them in the same, like, you can't put them in the same sentence at all. Like, Gran Turismo is a hardcore racing simulator.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean it can't be fun. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't mean it can't be fun.
Opinion that it's not fun.
Yeah,
You're
but
talking about a generalization of Gran Turismo and what could be fun to someone. Like, I love cars. I love changing everything. I can't say, well, the crew is more fun than Gran Turismo because those are two different games and two different genres.
Yeah, no, I understand that. When I was talking about the crew, I was responding to what somebody said in terms of handling. They was talking about handling, and I said the best games on the market to me in terms of handling, just playing the game, was the Crew 2 and Drive Club.
They're gonna be good for handling because it does everything for you.
Yeah, but I was just responding to that question. Like the whole concept isn't about this. This ain't about Crew. This is strictly about Forza and Gran Turismo. In terms of everything that I'm talking about, I was just responding to somebody's question. That's what that was. So but yeah, y'all. So now my next thing is question number 6. How come Gran Turismo lost its brand dominance similar to Halo and Gears? And I'll tell you right now, I feel like every time a new Gran Turismo, and this is me personally, when Gran Turismo 1 came out and Gran Turismo 2 came out, it was many years apart, and there were so many differences to the game that you really felt like you had the next version of Gran Turismo. It's been like that all the way up to Gran Turismo 4. When Gran Turismo 5 came out, that's when they started doing like Gran Turismo 5, then Gran Turismo Sport, then Gran Turismo this. Like, it was like these sub games on top of the game, and it was never a full-fledged brand new game. It's like what we got with, Xbox One and Xbox One S and Xbox One X and PS4 and PS4 Pro. It's like these mid-tier changes and stuff like that. It's like Gran Turismo as a franchise started to become that. So every time Gran Turismo started coming out, it wasn't really a big significant difference from what you already had, but it was promoted and marketed like it was this next big thing, which in reality it was just like a small fine-tuning of what you already had. So when people got their hands on it, it's like, well, this ain't too much different from what I already had, and this is what I'm stuck with for the next year. And then you come out with something else, and it's still like these little micro, add-ons. It's kind of like it's like an iPhone. Like, you know what I mean? A new iPhone come out every year, and the biggest difference is I got new emojis or like a newer animation so I can make my face. Like, come on, B. Like, seriously? So I feel like Gran Turismo lost their brand dominance because they kept coming out too fast and too quick without making a necessary impact on what they had to offer. And like I said, when you got options of other games out there, like Forza comes out every year, but you got Motorsport, then you got Horizon. Those games are completely different from one another. So every time a new Forza game come out, is completely different from the other one because they rotated. So it's technically you get 2 years before you see the next Horizon and 2 years before you see the next Motorsport. So by the time you see them, there's been significant changes and differences and additions to the game that it feels fresh every time. It's the same thing that they're trying to do with Call of Duty. It comes out every year, but it's a 3-year cycle because of the way they got the development process. So that's why I feel Gran Turismo lost its brand dominance, just like Halo and Gears. So talk to me. What y'all think? Martino, what up? Top Dog, what up? It's 2018 and Forza Motorsport 7 still. Oh, dang. All right, my bad. Nunya, Forza has never been a straight-up sim. It's always been arcade-ish. I think you just don't like Sims. That's why you don't appreciate what GT is doing. No. I'm hardcore GT. I've been playing Gran Turismo like since it first came out, bro. I played Gran Turismo crazy. So put it like this. At one point in time, one Gran Turismo game would sell 10 million copies. I think the very first Gran Turismo or Gran Turismo 2 sold 10 million copies by itself. It's been downhill ever since then. The reason why, like I said before, it's not that I don't love Gran Turismo or love real driving simulation games. It's just that when you come out with something and it's very similar to what we already had, or you making these little additions to it, then it's like it's really not that much of an upgrade or not that much of a difference. So now it's like I didn't even really need this. Like, you know what I mean? It's because it's more of the same instead of finding new ways to be creative and give us something, new to explore to make us love the game like before. Think about it like this, right? If I said this before on a podcast, but like if you in a relationship with a girl, or if you making or creating content or whatever, you always want to do something where people are always like, wow, you know what I'm saying? It's amazing. This is new. This is different. You know what I mean? And at the same time, you don't want to forget what got you there either. You know what I mean? So you want to have the core foundation that built you, but you want to add upon it in such a significant way that every time you drop, it's like you never left. You know what I mean? You got that same powerful impact. When Gran Turismo come out, you don't feel that same impact. Even at E3 when Gears was announced, it wasn't the same impact. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to say. Yo, Thug, what up, Thug? They didn't innovate the brand to keep the players engaged. Got you. Forza 7 isn't at 2 mil yet globally. Okay. Martino, Sims versus Arcade. Who has the bigger fan base? Sims versus Arcade? That's a great question. Off the top of my head, I would probably say Simulations probably have the biggest fan base right now. But when it comes to arcade racers, I don't think arcade racers is as big as they once was. I think the sim races is like a bigger deal now in the whole racing genre space, because when you look at Project Cars, Assetto Corsa, hopefully I said that right, Forza and Gran Turismo, those are like the dominant, brands period in racing, and they all got simulation counterparts. So I would definitely say that. Wait, GT ruled when Japanese devs ruled the racing scene. Forza is king now. Horizon changed the game. Got you. GT is 3 plus globally. Okay, so you say Gran Turismo, the latest Gran Turismo Sport is what you're saying, is 3 plus mil globally, and Forza Motorsport 7 is not even at 2 yet. Okay, now what I'm saying is Forza, once again, Forza as a franchise. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm just talking about the two games. I'm not talking about franchise.
No. What I'm talking about is this. The reason why I said what I said about Gran Turismo and Forza, because Forza has Forza Horizon and it has Forza Motorsport. Gran Turismo.
Forza, and you only can talk about Forza Motorsport and Gran Turismo.
No, but see,
Gran Turismo does not have
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's my whole point. I feel like Forza capitalized on their brand by adding Horizon to it. So now they created a brand new game under the same franchise, bringing more value to the actual Forza name. That's why Forza has more players than Gran Turismo. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if it was just Forza Motorsport versus Gran Turismo and that's it, that's a whole different discussion. I'm talking about Gran Turismo as a franchise, where we at today in comparison to where Forza as a franchise is at today. Forza actually has more players overall that's like playing the game. Like,
Forza Horizon or Forza Motorsport?
no, as a collective, between Forza Motorsport and
like Microsoft. Forza Horizon has more players, or Forza Motorsport?
They as a collective, they have more players because they created more platforms.
Does Forza Motorsport have more players right now, or Forza Horizon have more? Like, who has the most?
Forza. I'm talking Forza. The title of this thing is the Forza franchise. I didn't say how Microsoft's Forza Motorsport beat Sony Gran Turismo. I said how Microsoft's Forza franchise beat Sony's Gran Turismo in terms of this day and age. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you take Forza Horizon and Forza Motorsport and collectively put that together against the latest Gran Turismo, it's crazy how many more players and more people are using Forza Horizon. Even with the customization. That's just
like, okay.
But you can't. But that's what I'm saying.
That's just like saying, well, PlayStation. Let's say the Vita, right?
Right.
So you have PlayStation 4 and you have the Vita. I'm just using an example.
Right.
So you mean to tell me I'm gonna take the players that's on the Vita and the players on the PS4 and put them together and say these are the players versus Xbox? That's not fair.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying that. That's a bad analogy. That's a bad analogy.
The reason. Two different things.
No, you're not understanding what I'm saying. But it's still it's played on the same system. Like, you're talking about a whole different system. You know what I'm saying?
How
like,
are you still on PSN? Like, because those players are still going to be reported on PlayStation Network.
No, I get that, but it's still a different system that you're playing from. Like, I'm not talking about different systems. I'm talking about a franchise.
But
I'm just talking about a franchise. I'm talking about the
analogy.
Forza name. I'm talking about the Forza name.
But
Like the
that
Forza
sounds
name.
like Microsoft. That sounds something that Microsoft would say. We're going to take the sales of the Halo toys and put it all together as far as, like, I'm just saying, what is separate between, okay, I want to know how many players is on Forza Horizon, which I know is more than Motorsport.
Mm-hmm.
I already know that because it's for everybody. It's going to appeal to more people.
Okay.
I feel like that's not fair to assess because Gran Turismo doesn't have.
But that's not Forza's fault.
No.
That's not Forza's fault that Gran Turismo don't got that.
That's the same thing I said for Microsoft. It's not fair. And I remember when people was doing that, a lot of Sony fans was doing stuff like this too. It wasn't fair to say something about the Vita or anything of that nature on top of PS4 when Microsoft don't have a handheld. Like, it's just not fair. You should just put apples and apples, not apples and oranges with apples.
But it depends on a topic of discussion, the way it's framed. So, like, for example, based on what you're saying, the question in terms of how Microsoft's Forza franchise, like the way I got the question framed, it would for it to suit your argument, it needs to be how Forza Motorsport destroyed Sony's Gran Turismo Sport. Like, you know, no, you're not understanding my point. My point is, if I frame the question that way, then what you're saying right now will be 100% accurate based on the way the question is framed. But the way that I frame this particular question, I'm specifically talking about Forza as a franchise has surpassed Gran Turismo as a franchise because of usership.
But you put Forza Horizon as well.
That's the way I framed it, though.
But they're two different IPs. They're two different IPs.
But it's the same brand. It's under the same brand.
That's not fair.
But that's the way I framed it.
But that's not fair to frame the question.
You can't say it's not fair to frame the question.
That's two different franchises.
It doesn't matter. It's still under the same brand name. That's like if you... check this out, y'all. Hold on. Wait. I gotta go to the chat. Wait, hold on. Yo, check this out, y'all. All right, so what do y'all think? If y'all listening right now, what do y'all think about this conversation? Martino said it's about to go left. Forza Motorsport is still a simcade. Isa Bam, what's going on? Yep. He said the Forza. Lou Vert, thank you. The Forza franchise. They're both sims. GT gears more to like professional. Yeah, Ray, I agree with you. And Forza Motorsport.
Forza franchise does not include the Horizon.
Yes, you can't tell. Listen, here's what I'm trying to explain. The way I frame the question suits the way I'm talking about the argument. Now, the way your argument is, you're not wrong to say what you're saying, but in this situation, you are because the way the question is framed. That's all I'm saying. The question is this. I said, how Microsoft's Forza franchise beat Sony's Gran Turismo.
So you need two different IPs to beat one game?
So be it.
So that's
so be it. If that's the case,
how did they beat them?
They beat them because more people are playing Forza and using Forza than they do Gran Turismo in this day and age.
That doesn't reflect in the sales.
You know what I'm saying? No, listen.
I'm just saying.
Listen, put it like this, right? The Nintendo Wii sold more consoles than wait. Let me get this out. The Nintendo Wii sold more consoles than PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Xbox 360, but more people played PlayStation 3, more people played Xbox 360, more people bought their games and stuff like that. So my point is, if when it comes to Sony's Gran Turismo and you look at just franchise sales over the history, Gran Turismo been out since 1995.
I didn't say overall.
You know what I'm saying? Eternal, what's going on? What's popping?
I'm not talking about overall sales of an entire lineage. GT Sport sold 3 point something million globally.
Right.
Forza sold 1 point something globally because that makes sense. The install base is not there with Xbox globally.
Okay.
So
But now my thing is, what did Forza?
Wait a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
So you're still gonna have Sony. You're still gonna have the platform of PlayStation to have more of an install base to up those numbers.
Right.
Now, this is what I said earlier. What is the numbers for Horizon, and what is the numbers for for Forza Motorsport? Because if you see the numbers for Forza Motorsport and compare it to how many users is using Motorsport and compare it to GT Sport, that's why I was saying
No,
that.
but see, that's the thing. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because Horizon is an arcade. Let me finish.
I'm listening to you.
Because it's a arcade simulator, there's going to be a lot of users on there.
Okay.
Period. So that's why I said that does not count. You sound like a Microsoft executive right now. Because I want to know how many people are on Motorsport, and if there's more on Motorsport than GT, then so be it. But you can't account for something that is an arcade simulator, which a lot of people's going to be on, and want to say, oh, I want to take the arcade simulator, then I want to add onto Motorsport, and then I want to say these are more people on GT. That's not that's logical for real.
What I'm trying to say, back to what I was saying before, everything that you just said, if my question was how Microsoft's Forza Motorsport game beat Sony's Gran Turismo game, then everything that you're saying is right. The fact that the whole point of this article was the fact that Forza managed to capitalize on their brand in a way that I feel Sony should have capitalized with Gran Turismo, but didn't. And because Forza did what they did by adding Horizon, they managed to get more players and more usership, more customization, more than Gran Turismo as a brand in itself.
So
Forza as a brand.
Selling more then?
Wait, say it again.
Why aren't they selling more if they got all these people on that's still using the game?
So now my thing is this, and this is what I was saying before. If you look at, and one of the things I said earlier when I answered the question, going back to like Forza Horizon 2, because that's when I feel like the shift started changing. I feel Forza, if you take Forza Horizon and Forza Motorsport, and you look at the players, and you look at the players and stuff like that, there's more people playing the Forza brand than they're playing the Gran Turismo brand right now.
Playing Horizon more than Motorsport. Period. That's what.
So okay, fine.
From. It's an arcade.
Fine.
Because it's an arcade.
And that's something that Gran Turismo don't got. That's something that Gran Turismo don't got. That's not Forza's fault because Gran Turismo didn't capitalize on that.
Microsoft's fault because they didn't make it handheld. What?
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not talking about hand. I'm talking strictly about this.
I'm making an analogy.
Oh, okay.
Obvious. I'm making an analogy. Like that.
Thank you, Mitch. Thank you, Louver. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to say. No, I'm not playing. No, I'm not playing the game. That's just footage from the stream earlier.
I'm not trying to make no rules. It's facts. And how are you gonna? It's like moving a goalpost. If you're gonna say this is this, but because that one person didn't do that, so yeah.
Okay, so
this is like Assassin's Creed. They make something every single year. So of course their franchise numbers is gonna be higher, or their sales might be higher. You're gonna say,
okay,
well, Naughty Dog should come out.
All right.
With a game every year then, so they can have those numbers.
Okay.
That's not what they want to do.
All right, babe. Let me ask you this, right? Let's say somebody put out 30 YouTube, like let's say somebody put out one YouTube video. Hold on, wait, let me finish. If somebody put out one YouTube video every day, right? And they got 30 YouTube videos for the month, right? Mm-hmm. And they managed to get 40 million views based off these 30 videos that they came out with, right? Now, let's say somebody else came out and they put out 10 YouTube videos for the month and they managed to get 11 million views and stuff like that. Like, you can't, and let's say somebody came out with an article saying this person's brand dominated this person's brand for this month. You can't sit up there and say, oh, that only happened because they put out more videos. But if you look at my individual videos did more than their individual videos. But the thing is, the other company put out more. So because they put out more as a brand, their brand was bigger that month because they put out more. It's not the other person's fault that the other one didn't do as much or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Microsoft delivered how many games? How many games did they announce
this?
At
This has nothing to.
You
Go
talking
ahead.
about quantity? You talking about quantity, right? You
Yeah.
talking about quantity?
Yeah.
Okay, how many games did Xbox announce at E3?
They announced a lot of games on there.
50 plus, I think they announced like 50 plus games.
Yeah. Okay.
So because they announced 50 plus games, that makes it something's better than something because they did more.
Does it make it better because they did more?
Yeah.
They had in terms of the press conference. If you're looking at that, Xbox had a better press conference this year than Sony did, which is very rare. But they did because their conference was just better this year. So I'm not saying because they had more was better. What I'm saying is, in terms of the numbers and usership, they as a brand did better than Gran Turismo because they're doing more because they added more to their franchise. That's all I'm saying. And that's not a lie.
With them adding more to their franchise, they should be able to appeal globally. Which they
exactly. So
don't
this is
appeal
where.
Globally.
So, but this is what I'm saying. So with Sony with Gran Turismo, this is what I mean. This is why when they say when I said what can Gran Turismo, back to the second question, I said what can Gran Turismo do differently to take back the crown? That's one of the things that I said. You know, to add something new, do something different, blah blah blah.
How is it crown lost?
Because more people are playing on Forza than Gran Turismo.
But the crown goes with sales. Their sales reflects they sold they have 3.4 million globally. Forza hasn't even hit 2 million yet globally.
So what if what I'm saying is this, right? If you look at Forza, if you look at Forza Horizon and you look at Forza Motorsport,
yes,
that's the Forza brand.
Okay.
Those two games.
So we gonna put both of the sales together.
It's a brand. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So we gonna put Forza Horizon 3, and we're gonna put it together with Forza Motorsport 7 and add those sales together, and then put it against.
Cause based on the way. You can do that because based on the way I frame my question, based on the way I frame the question.
We're gonna put NBA 2K on the Switch sales, and we're gonna put NBA or all of that and put it against NBA Live.
Yes.
Not on the Switch.
Yes, you are. Wherever NBA, it's not Live fault that they not on. It's not NBA 2K's fault that Live ain't on Switch.
You really just said you.
Yeah, I'm taking everything because you know. I'm gonna say this, right? Yo, check this out.
You gonna put Forza Motorsport, which is one IP.
Yeah, and another because it's under the same franchise. Yep.
And you're gonna put it against one. That means you gotta put two franchises.
Yep. So what?
To go against one franchise.
So it's it's all under the same brand.
No,
it's
not.
all under the same brand.
IPs. When you register Forza Horizon, that doesn't get the same registration.
I'm not talking about IPs. I'm talking about franchises. It's the same franchise. You can have multiple IPs under the same franchise. It's still the same franchise. And that's what my question was. Franchise. That's the key word in my entire question. Franchise. When you say a franchise, if you look at McDonald's, I'm not going to not count all the McDonald's that I got in Texas because it's not in New York. No, McDonald's as an entire franchise is why they dominate everything. Because everybody franchises a McDonald's. So even if Shake Shack is better than McDonald's, it can't compete with McDonald's because as a franchise, globally, they're everywhere and they dominate. You can't say that's not fair. That's true. Right, you can find a McDonald's everywhere.
I'm just gonna remember what you said.
All right, so now let's get it in. So now let's get it in. What's up, Jeffrey? What's up, Luver? First off, how are y'all liking this? Babe. This is dope. This is dope. That's what I'm talking about. How y'all liking this? I'm enjoying this, baby. This is what gaming is about. All right, let's go. So now, number seven. If you were on the dev team for Gran Turismo, how would you have approached the game in this day and age? So I'm gonna say this again. If you were on the dev team for Gran Turismo, how would you have approached the game in this day and age? Now, me personally, if I was one of the developers on Gran Turismo, I definitely would have added like a special mode where like one of the something that I would love to see in any racing game. I still haven't seen this in no racing game, but I would love to see like a relay race in a racing game. Meaning like you got like I got like four of my friends and four of your friends, and we driving, and once I get past the first lap, the next person take over the next lap, and the next person take over the next lap. And it's like a relay race, or like how they got in NASCAR, where let's say my partner is ahead, but we're on the same team. I could like bump somebody out the way and let you win. So yeah, I might lose individually, but as a team, we win together. So it's like just creative, cool stuff instead of just we're in a real driving simulator. Let me drive around this map and that's it. Like that's literally what Gran Turismo is. I'm gonna drive around this. I'm gonna drive around on this level and look how real the game look, and that's it. They don't even got a real weather system in Gran Turismo yet. Like, come on, B. Drive Club still got the best weather system. Like, this is Gran Turismo we talking about. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like they got very complacent with the way they are and the way they operate, and they refuse to just think out the box and give us something completely out of left field that could be fun and interesting for the franchise. Real talk. So as a developer, I would have looked for amazing new ways to bring new modes. I would probably had a mode where you could have a car and a bike, in an off-road joint race each other. Like, all types of just creative things. Aside from just, we're a real driving simulator, let's just drive on this road and that's it. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I would have liked to have seen in Gran Turismo going forward as a developer if I was a developer. So, what are your thoughts on that? Martino, you said look at the Digital Foundry comparison. No doubt I will. Gran Turismo too far behind. Other driving sims, okay. Red Infamy, real races, no. This isn't an arcade game. Of course, I know Gran Turismo's not an arcade game. Dick Armstrong. I don't. You know what? I'm gonna just call you Armstrong. Sony should have kept. Sony should have kept the guys who made Drive Club and combined them with the GT team. Woo! That's a crazy comment right there, Armstrong. That's what I'm talking about. Yo, Thug, what up? Nunya, you are counting two platforms against one. One is boosted with a free trial Game Pass. Okay. I'm not talking about the platforms. I'm just talking about the franchise, bro. TL, what up, TL? Another racing franchise for Sony. GT Sports should be a sim only.
They should just make a subsidiary.
Yeah, well, I agree with you. If they did like a
Drive Club, that's to me with Drive Club.
Oh, Drive Club GT. If Drive Club would have been like.
But Drive Club failed because it was no customization.
Yeah, they messed up.
So anybody that was driving enthusiasts, driving simulator enthusiasts, or driving or racing car fans, you couldn't even get the real feel for it at all.
Well, I think it'd have been dope if they
have to understand the culture, the history behind Gran Turismo. Y'all over there talking about this and that. Y'all have not been playing since PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 days at all.
Yeah, Gran Turismo is different beast.
By playing arcade simulator games, that is a total beast than Gran Turismo. That's why I said that only motorsport and Gran Turismo should only be in the conversation. I feel it's not fair to talk about Horizon. Horizon should be in the conversation of the crew and Need for Speed and all this other stuff because it's going to be a more user base because it appeals to everyone. And even Horizon globally is still not touching Gran Turismo, which is a simulator. Like, it's just not.
Like I said before, I hear everything you say, babe, but that's not the way I framed the question.
I know, but
you know what I'm saying?
User base still is not touching Gran Turismo's user base, and that's common sense because of the install base of the PlayStation 4.
We about to hold on a second. Hold up. Okay. All right, now we're gonna move to the next question, right? Question number 8. All right, first off, Are y'all enjoying yourselves? Like, is this a good stream? A good talk? Because this is Game Talk Q&A episode 1. So I hope y'all enjoying this because it's gonna be plenty more, yo. I really like this setup. Let me know what y'all think about this. Is this good or not? So now, number 8. People still feel Gran Turismo is the best. Why do you disagree with that? Now, to me, the reason why I disagree with Gran Turismo being the best now, because I feel like Gran Turismo got too comfortable with the success they had in the past, that I feel that they're not doing anything creative, anything different besides what they've always been known for. Now, I'm not saying don't do what you're known for. I'm just saying, if you're a creator and you're a developer, out of all these years, if you can't figure out anything new to add to your game to give it a new breath of fresh air, then you don't have the skill set to adapt properly as the industry itself is growing. And I think if that's how you're going to represent your game going forward, that's the reason why I feel this is why I disagree with anybody saying Gran Turismo is still the best. Because if you say they still the best, I think you're living in the past and not paying attention to what's happening in the now.
It's a better feeling simulator. Like
no, in terms of gameplay, it feels a lot better than it did before.
What's looking pretty with Forza, like Forza improved on a lot of things, graphical, and somewhat improved on how it feels. But it's just like the Beats headphones. I'm an audiophile. I want something that sounds good. I don't want something that looks great just off of that. Beats spend more money into how the damn headphones look and who's rocking them as far as celebrities than actually what goes into the engineering of the headphones. Like, I'd rather something where it feels like I'm driving an actual car, it feels like I'm actually on that track, than some pretty ass rain droplets. Like, of course you should have that in the game, and if they had a bigger team development wise, they can have all those pretty stuff. But I mean, for a real simulator, you want something that is actually simulating what it's supposed to simulate.
For me, I feel like the combination of having Forza Motorsport and Forza Horizon and just that whole brand, I think that was a genius, and I think now it's just becoming more apparent that was the right decision. And you know, players and the customization, and it's just more of a community driven game now. And that's where I feel the biggest difference between Forza. It's like, think about it like this: Xbox 360 versus Xbox One. Xbox 360 was so heavily community driven, even with the Gamerscore blog being there back in the day. It's so community driven. Xbox One was not, and look at what happened. I feel like right now Forza is more community driven than Gran Turismo is, and I'm not just talking about esport matches. I'm talking about strictly like engaging the community on a high level. Forza does that better as a brand, as a franchise, and because of that, they get more they have a higher usership when it comes to player base, and that right there is the game changer, and why I feel Gran Turismo is not the best anymore, and why I disagree with anybody that does. So now let's go to the questions. TL, but hard to compare Sim Arcade versus Sim. Okay, I got you. Nunya, you're running with Horizon numbers, and they aren't even the same genre. Like I said before, pay attention to the way the question is framed, Nunya. I hear exactly what you're saying and what Red is saying, but that's not what the question is framed around. I'm strictly talking about franchise. Forza Horizon is a different IP for motorsport, correct, but it's under the same franchise umbrella. It's like if you go to a McDonald's or a McCafe, it's still McDonald's, but one done differently to make it seem like a restaurant as opposed as a fast food spot, but it's still McDonald's.
Well, those are two different games.
You know what I'm saying? It's still McDonald's. Like, the point I'm trying to say is still the same franchise. That's the point I'm trying to make. That's it. Tim McGar, what's going on? Codemasters Drive Club team wants to take on Forza. Oh, I would love to see that. That's a development team that I think could go up against anybody. When was the last time you seen someone compare Gran Turismo to another racing game? Okay. Living Legend, both Forza games, you can turn off all the assists and play the games how you want to play. That's true. That's true. Lil Vert, yeah. Thank you, Lil Vert. Thank you, Lil Vert. Thank you.
What is Lil Verse like? He can tell you.
You know what I'm saying? So now let's move on. Now question number 9: should Gran Turismo get another racing game brand like how Forza did with adding Horizon? Me personally, I would love to see that. I would love to see what the Gran Turismo brand could branch out and do. I would love to see that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, imagine, think about it like this. There's a lot of racing games that we miss. You know, like people talk about Midnight Club. You know what I'm saying? MotorStorm Apocalypse. That was a great game. You know, there's a lot of stuff that don't exist. You understand what I'm saying? Like, imagine if Gran Turismo took their real driving simulator and took that brand, that authenticity, and brought it to skateboarding. Like, imagine if they had a Gran Turismo skateboarding game, or a Gran Turismo racing game, a Gran Turismo bike game. I mean, or a Gran Turismo airplane game. Like having Gran Turismo be the authenticity of all things that deal with some sort of racing. Like, you know what I mean? Across the board. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Taking your Gran Turismo name and authenticity and making new things out of it. You understand what I'm saying? Look at what Drive Club did by adding bikes. That was crazy.
In motorsport, it reaches GT's numbers.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the point that I'm trying to make. So now the next thing is what do y'all think of that in terms of Gran Turismo getting another racing game brand like how Forza did with adding Horizon? What are y'all thoughts on that? GT Sport is the best sim on consoles. You have to get a PC to find anything better. I don't agree with that in terms of it being the best sim because
it's a simulator. That
no,
means the cars feel like cars.
Yeah, no, I know, but I know, but what I'm saying is like when it comes to GT, being just officially the best simulator on console, I don't know because
right
Project Cars is a damn good simulator, like a damn good one. Like I would honestly, to be honest with you, I would have to play them more. Project Cars 2, not 1, 2 is a damn good simulator. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. Hold up, there's things that Project Cars do that like Gran Turismo don't even do. Like, for example, like the way Project Cars like the way it progresses, not just with the weather, but with the usership of the car and everything over time. Like, it starts to deteriorate a certain way. The tires does this. Like, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that there's a lot of technology that Project Cars put into their game that's not in other games. Like that I've seen. But I will say this. I like the feel of Gran Turismo better than Project Cars. But there's some things that Project Cars do from a tech standpoint that Gran Turismo don't do. Like real talk, Gran Turismo, like, even with their rain and weather effects, it don't even really affect the way like you drive that much like you would expect it to. For real. Like there's a lot of things Gran Turismo gotta do better, to be honest. Oh yeah, Project Cars 2 on PC is dope as well.
I feel like Gran Turismo just need to come with the times on customization because that's what the fans want.
Yeah, Gran Turismo need customization. Yeah.
Gran Turismo is not an American company at all.
That's true. That's true.
Like, so they have to know what's going on for the Westerners as well too to appeal to them, which would be customization. And they need to add more. But as far as the main core of the game, just like how NBA 2K was, NBA 2K did not look great. NBA 2K did not have the sneakers. NBA 2K did not have the player models on point, but at the end of the day, it was the best basketball simulator over live. And when they got the money and when they got the budget and the bigger team, that's when you see all the glitz and glamour to make the presentation better. because they had got the budget and the team. But at the end of the day, the core basis of what a simulator is supposed to do is simulate the game at its finest to almost damn near real.
Now I have a question for you. Out of all the years we've been playing Gran Turismo, and where Gran Turismo is at today, and they got the team, they got the budget, they got a lot of stuff.
No, they do not have the
You know
team.
what
The
I'm saying?
team is very small. No, they do not have
The
the team.
no, the point I'm trying to make is looking at where Gran Turismo is at today. In your opinion, do you feel that more should have been done with the Gran Turismo as a brand and franchise to take gaming, the authenticity of it to the next level in the field of racing or anything like that?
In the field of racing, they achieved what they needed to do in the field of racing. Just like how pro racers use Gran Turismo to test out tracks they've never even driven on. They've actually produced, like one of the questions, they actually produced real professional racers just off of their
Absolutely.
their game alone.
Absolutely,
I
that's
feel like
facts.
as the time is progressing, they do need to go with the times as far as adding things that Westerners want. We're speaking from a Western perspective. We're not speaking from a European perspective.
Okay, and I agree with that.
Understand globally what they have done and what they've achieved. You spoke about taking the numbers of Horizon. Horizon is an arcade simulator, and just like how I explained to somebody in the chat, this day and age, this generation, racing simulators is not the first thing on everybody's gaming list. It's just not.
That's true.
Just be real.
That's true.
But arcade simulators are, because it's fun, it's easy to pick up, it's easy to do, and it's open world, and you can do all this stuff. Gran Turismo, of course, doesn't have that with their whole franchise that you want to call it. But at the end of the day, with that not being there, they're selling at an all-time high globally. It's just like FIFA. FIFA rules globally. And the next one that rules globally is Gran Turismo, no matter what. Even when it's ugly, like 6, yo, like that was an ugly game. But it still sold globally. And I just feel that people need to understand the difference between Forza Motorsport, Forza Horizon, going up against GT. Because even when you combine both of them from Horizon 3 to even now, they are reaching, because you said you wanted to compare, remember you said you wanted to combine them together, the sales?
Yeah.
They reached Gran Turismo. So, like, they didn't take no crown away from Gran Turismo at all.
No, they did, because
when you compare, I give you both of the sales, so I combine both of the sales.
So my thing is, when it comes to taking the crown, my thing is
popularity.
It's not even not only popularity. More people are playing Forza than they play Gran Turismo in terms of just stats online and everything like that. You can see that they play it more. So my thing is,
playing more on what? Once again, that question is up again.
People are playing Forza, the game Forza, whether it's Horizon, Motorsport, together, whatever. People play Forza more than Gran Turismo.
So if people
it's taking the crown because people used to play Gran Turismo more than Forza.
So if people's playing live right now more than 2K, that mean that live took the crown to 2K?
Nobody's playing live more than 2K.
You have those numbers?
Yes.
You have those numbers?
So you mean to hold up? Wait. Let's stop. You mean to tell me that people are playing?
A lot of people enjoy the park online.
No, wait. Are you? No. Let's go on record. 2K. Let's go. Are you saying that there's more players online on NBA Live than there is on NBA? So there's more players. Wait. There's more players on NBA Live 18 than there is NBA 2K18.
Get the numbers. I'm not gonna go for assumption. Get the numbers.
Do y'all hear it? Yo, do y'all hear this right now?
I just said get the numbers, cause you going off of combining two damn games just to go against one game.
Oh my God! Like I said, franchise. Like I said,
I know
that's what it encompasses.
Okay, so like I said, we're gonna combine two games, which is do y'all hear this?
So live 18
two games to go against one game.
So live 18 online player.
Let's see how many people's playing that.
Player base.
There's no microtransactions. Nothing. So people is more freely
Let's
to play
see.
that
Let's see.
than 2K.
Hold up.
So
Let's see something. I'm trying to see right now if it pops up.
Because you can't say to somebody, oh, Gran Turismo's franchise sold way more than Horizon. Than Forza. You want to say no, we can't talk about that. But here it is. You want to make a rule of nah. We just talking about these two games more than what?
It's based off the question. Everything I'm saying is based off the question.
Okay, so
the way
Gran
you frame,
Turismo
the way you
rules,
frame.
They got more sales than Forza franchise. Period.
Of course, they've been around since '94.
So.
Okay. So I'm not.
Whose fault is that?
You're not understanding my.
They should have came out with a. They should have.
But that's not my question. So that's cool. That's not my question. My question has nothing to do. My question has nothing to do with sales. Like my question, I said how Microsoft's Forza franchise beat Sony's Gran Turismo, and the way they beat Sony's Gran Turismo, based on the question that I said, is that they added more value to their franchise. That's why more people are playing Forza than Gran Turismo. They're not in the running. More people are playing Forza than they do Gran Turismo in terms of the franchise.
According to who? Microsoft?
According to there's data out there. You can. All right. You know what? Google it. Look it up. Look it up. So let's go to number 10. Question number 10. Right? Are you saying that for once Microsoft has the better developers under their belt when it comes to Forza versus Gran Turismo? Now, this is a really, really, really tough question. This is a really tough question, and I want to know what you think. I want to know what y'all think. I want to know what you think about that question too. I'm going to repeat it. Are you saying that for once Microsoft has the better developers under their belt when it comes to Forza versus Gran Turismo? I took some time to think about this, and in my opinion, as of right now, yes. And I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why I say that I give them the better Playground Games, I would give them the nod over Polyphony Digital currently right now. Because creatively, from a creative standpoint, I feel like they added something that made the franchise overall, in terms of Forza, I feel like they added something so powerful that made the Forza brand way better. What happened?
Playground is Horizon.
Yeah, okay.
Turn 10 is Motorsport.
Yeah, okay.
Why are they in the same sentence?
Because it's under the same franchise, which frames my question. That's it. Yep. Yep. Like I said, between Playground Games and Turn 10, like I said, we all talking facts. I feel that they are better.
Bert, you a fanboy or something. We talking about facts.
Wait, what happened? I missed something?
Vert, talking about whatever. But other than
yeah,
that,
so my thing is between playing Forza Motorsport and playing Forza Horizon.
Back to that Horizon. You don't even talk about Motorsport. I can see you said Turn 10 and you keep talking about
That was the
Horizon.
first thing I mentioned because I love Horizon. I really love Horizon.
Is an arcade
simulator. I like Forza Motorsport too, but I was talking about Horizon first, just for that particular question. I wasn't even done. Thank you. So my thing is, when it comes to the development, right? I feel like think about it like this. If you look at Gran Turismo from the very first Gran Turismo all the way up to now, and then you look at the very first Forza all the way up to now, even the inclusion of Forza Horizon, there's been a major change and shift and difference on the things that they added to that game to really make it valuable each time it came out. That right there is crazy to me. I feel like Sony's Gran Turismo had the opportunity to just destroy everything, and they didn't. And because of that, I give the nod to Turn 10 and Playground. Period. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? So, TL, that made the whole franchise better overall, but there are many factors to consider. I feel you. Forza devs are open-minded, and GT devs are stuck in their ways. Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Doug. Thank you. That's exactly how I feel. I feel GT, they stick to what they're good at, and that's it. And they're great at what they're good at. They're great at it. But if that's all you know, think about it like this. Floyd Mayweather. If you're in a boxing match with Floyd Mayweather made sure he was great at everything. So anything that comes at him, he can make sure he can stop it and get the victory. You got some fighters that's only good at one thing, and once you exploit it, they ain't shit. So the point I'm trying to say was with Gran Turismo was great at what they've always done. I'm not saying that. But because they didn't add anything to give you a breath of fresh air, then it's like, well, damn, like, if this is all you good at, this is great. But Forza is good at what you do, and they doing this. They're better. And they're more creative. And it's proven. Checkmate. That's it, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's, you know, yeah, so that's that. That's that. That is that. You know what I'm saying? So, what did y'all think of the stream? Big shout out to my baby Red Infamy. I love you. That was dope. I'm telling you. Go in. I like that. So, but yeah. Yep. That's how we doing it. Andreas, what's going on? You just joined. We need something new, we need something new, GT Sport. Got you. But did you notice the E3 demo, all races was the same role? I don't care about the E3 demo. I'm talking about when the game come out. That's not the same as the E3 demo right there in that video that we watching. Oh, word. Yo, thank you so much. I'm glad y'all enjoyed the stream. Now, quick question. Was this stream very valuable and informative and entertaining to you? Let me know. Please let me know if it was valuable, entertaining, and stuff like that. Cool new series. Thank you. Yeah, Game Talk Q&A. This whole argument falls apart because you act like Forza took something. It didn't. No, no. I'm not saying Forza just carbon copy Gran Turismo. I'm not saying that. Thanks a lot, Lil Vert. I appreciate that. I'm not saying saying that though. Ray, what's up? All three? Got you. I appreciate it. It was great. Thank you, Living Legend. Thug, hell yeah. I bet. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. So look, man. One love. God bless. We out of here. You already know what it is. Make sure y'all follow and check out Red Infamy. She's doing big things as always. So make sure y'all check out Red Infamy. All right. Now, we about to close out. So let everybody know. Game Talk Q&A. It goes down. You know what I'm saying? You got other type of podcasts and all this other stuff, but it goes down. You know what I'm saying? Over here. You know how I go. So one love and God bless. We out of here. It's your boy HipHopGamer, Hot 97, Logitech G. Much love. Thank you for the support, and we out of here. See y'all next time. Peace.